Better late than never. I know Acrimony came out in 2018 and it's now 2019, but I finally had a chance to get up to speed on the movies in my queue. So, we're going to discuss Acrimony and you'll get my reactions about the movie because it triggered me significantly. And here we go.
The night was warm, we were bold and young. All around, the wind blows, we would only hold on to let go. Focus, fire gun, we need someone to lean on. Focus, fire gun, all we need is somebody to lean on. Focus, fire gun, we need someone to lean on. Focus, fire gun.
So, I'm not going to recap the movie because there's a lot of twists and turns and all kind of shifting plots in there because there's a lot going on from beginning to end. You will see, for me especially, I started out sympathizing with the woman and ended up really being like, what the hell, bitch? Like, you have lost your mind. So, anyway, boy meets girl, boy uses girl, girl gets tired. They spend 20 years together in a marriage. Boy who's now a grown shiftless bastard, never held the job down, never helped girl with the bills, yada yada yada. Boy also cheated on girl before they got married. Girl still married him anyway. Come to find out, the girl who he cheated with is now the woman who he needs to grease some wheels at the company where he's trying to sell his greatest invention to the company. So, here's the high points. They lose a family home. They go broke. Melinda has dropped out of school. Melinda has paid tuition for Robert to finish school. Melinda bought him a car. Melinda acts out in a rage and drives her car into his trailer because Robert is not as well off as Melinda's family, i.e., he's poor. And now she's rendered herself incapable of having children. Okay, so all that aside, Robert gets this big opportunity to meet with the owner of the company who's been dodging him for years to pitch his new invention. On the same day, he's supposed to pull a favor for his brothers-in-law to help save the family home. What does Robert do? He doesn't make the delivery. He costs the family home, the biggest contract the brothers-in-law ever had, and now Melinda is fed up. Granted, Melinda's been putting up with some shit for years. 2 decades. Battery never paid off. He sold her a dream that never came to fruition, and now Melinda's ready to kill his ass. So, Melinda puts him out. Basically, you ain't shit, get the hell out of the house, and boom, boom, boom. He's now in a homeless shelter and washing dishes. He gave up his dream of, the battery and stuff like that, the invention. Old girl from the past that he cheated with before runs into him and says, hey, come stay with me. I can't have you living in a homeless shelter, blah, 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 blah. Wouldn't you know? What happens? The battery sells for an obscene amount of money. So, like I said, Robert is now richer than rich, like rich AF, right? He's now engaged to old girl who he cheated with way back when. So of course Melinda feeling herself because now he's giving her like a $10 million check, bought her mama's house back, and she's like, oh my God, I love Robert. I want to be with Robert for the rest of my life. She showed up to the penthouse that he promised her when they were poor. He has now purchased it. And guess who come out the room? Diana, honey. Robert is now engaged to Diana. Diana got the bag. She secured the bag, honey. Honey, I don't care what happened, what the circumstances are. You will not blow up without me and then marry the bitch you cheated on with me, you cheated on with way back when. I'll kill you both. And that was one of those moments where I was like, been there, done that. Yep. Do blow up and forget you even exist, honey. But ain't no dude ever gave me $10 million check. Because if you gave me a $10 million check, I was walking on by my business. To hell with both of y'all. You know. So at this point, Melinda's bitter as hell. She has gone up the deep end. She is stalking them. She poured acid on the girl's wedding dress. She's been to court 3 times for violating a restraining order because Melinda has just went. She's out to lunch permanently at this point. Um, she sneaks out, sneaks onto the boat wearing the other girl's wedding dress, and proceeds to try to kill everybody on the boat. So at this point, I'm like, okay, Melinda, you tripping. Like, dude, he gave you $10 million, and girl, you should be fine. You have bonkers legit gone crazy. So, long story short, Melinda ends up dying, and then the shit cuts to black. And it left me like, Melinda dies, roll the credits. Tyler Perry, you tore my mouth out with that. I wasn't expecting it to just cut to black that quick. But it was a very sad story and a very identifiable story. Not just for me, but for any woman who's ever dealt with a shiftless ass bastard for longer than she needed to. That's a hurting thing for the one moment when you decide to be strong enough to leave is the moment he bubbles. And then when he bubbles with the other bitch. I don't know one woman who wouldn't be pissed off at that. And I can identify with her bitterness and her rage at that. Now, I cannot identify with the crazy shit she did afterwards because she was off the meat rack with her crazy shit. Okay? So, but yeah, I can identify. Robert was a shitty, shiftless bastard. And that's just how fate works. Like, of course, I'm watching this movie and I'm like, of course, now he's worth 75 million goddamn dollars because, duh, you know, the minute I leave your ass is the minute you all of a sudden become worth a damn. Okay. So, needless to say, I was sitting there watching the movie like, that's so and so. I remember when da 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 did that. That asshole, such and such. God damn, that was him. You know, I paused the movie like multiple times throughout the whole time I was watching. Multiple times I had to pause and be like, this some shit. I felt like Tyler Perry got in my brain and wrote my life story. Wrote my life story. So this new broad, Diana, she wasn't even the side piece. Usually the way it goes, man is married, side piece push up on married man, and then becomes a problem for the marriage. Diana didn't do that. Diana told Robert straight up, if you want to go to coffee, bring your wife. She wasn't having it. She wasn't having it. And even when Robert cheated when they were younger, Diana didn't even know he had a girlfriend. So I can't really fault her. And after she found out, when Melinda drove the Jeep into the trailer, but after she found out, she cut all ties. She cut all ties. Now, she still didn't fool with him until he was fully divorced or separated or what have you. She took him in. She was a ride or die with him. She helped push his invention forward and helped his dream come true. Now, even though I want to find something wrong with this broad, I can't. She didn't even break up the marriage. She did not break up the marriage. She was there for him when old girl put him out, filed for divorce, and da 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 da. And so the way it all unfolded, the only non-guilty party in this thing was the quote unquote other woman, you know. So coming up next time when I am here with you guys, I'll be doing a review of The Act on Hulu. As soon as the series wraps up, I think they have like one more episode of that Joey King and Patricia Arquette. Yes. Yes, I can't wait to do this review. I did some reading up on the backstory of it, and the fact that they're from Louisiana, right outside of home, made it that much more worth watching. Okay, so see you guys next time. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and drop down in the comments and let me know what you would like me to review next. Talk to you later.